Okay. So, Julian, David, and I just got finished watching the Snyder cut of the Justice League. Alright? So, this might be looking at it through, I'm a DC Comics fanboy, and I might be looking at it with rose-colored glasses. But, the Snyder cut of the Justice League is 100 times better of whatever Joss Whedon put out in 2017, alright? So, if you're wondering, right off the bat, the Snyder cut of Justice League is 4x3. I don't know why. Apparently it's to preserve Schneider's creative vision, but it's by 4x3. But halfway through it, you kind of don't notice it anymore. Now, that might be because I was drinking throughout the thing, but me personally, I didn't notice a 4x3 throughout the movie until particular scenes where you can obviously tell that's 4x3. But if you don't like 4x3 ratios, that's going to instantly put you off. But other than that, Zack Snyder, perfection, masterpiece, better than whatever Joss Whedon put out. Now, I'm about to say some spoilers right now. So, if you don't want to be spoiled by this Zack Snyder movie right now, cut out right now. I'll give you about 5 seconds. Alright, I can't wait 5 seconds. So, for the most part, the Zack Snyder doesn't stray too far from the original theatrical movie. It basically gives some more scenes to the original. It actually gives Cyborg a backstory to that. In the original movie, he's just not some robot man. He actually has a story. He has feelings. He has emotions, emotional baggage. The first big plot twist that they put. So, for those who watched Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, if you remember, there was a black guy who was a military leader. Now, I know that's very vague, but he's the main military guy who is black, who gives the order to nuke Doomsday in Batman v Superman. Now, if you know who I'm talking about, that guy, he is Martian Manhunter. So, first in the scene, there is a scene where Martha Kent, the mother of Superman, goes to see Lois Lane. She says, you gotta stop being sad about Superman's death. You gotta go out there and live your life. Now, after Martha Kent leaves the apartment, you then see her eyes glow red. And then you notice that Martha Kent is not Martha Kent at all, but Martian Manhunter in disguise. And then Martian Manhunter shapeshifts into the military black guy, leader that you see in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Now that broke me right there. That was the first big plot twist that Jackson and I put in there. And after that, it's mainly mostly just more backup scenes where Zack Snyder adds some more backstory to the, cut down, really bad Joss Whedon Justice League. Now, the big one that I really saw was when when they're reviving Superman in the movie. The Flash is, he's speeding. He's using the Speed Force to build up electrical charge to power up the mother box. Now, you can see, as he's running, that everything is moving in reverse. This is a foreshadow to the fact that the Flash, as he's running to power up the mother box, he is running back in time. But he's doing this very slowly, because he hasn't mastered the power yet. This comes back at the end of the movie. So, after that, more foreshadow, just some more backup scenes, to add more substance to the Joss Whedon cut that really sucked. Now, at the end of the movie, Superman comes back alive in the black suit, Superman suit. If you remember, if you ever read the comic books, you know what the black suit Superman is. It's after, Superman comes back alive after the Doomsday fight, and he has to wear the black suit in order to absorb more sunlight, because he's really weak. So he has that black suit outfit on. He comes back alive, he helps the Justice League fight against Steppenwolf, which I forgot to mention, Darkseid is in this. Because if you remember, in the Joss Whedon cut, Steppenwolf is the big bad. But in this one, Darkseid is the true final boss. It is known in this one, Zack Snyder points out that Steppenwolf is not the final boss. Darkseid is. Steppenwolf is only the general. He is merely a mid-boss for this invasion. So, you know that. And so, you realize, so Superman helps the Justice League beat Steppenwolf, but eventually they lose. The three mother boxes merge together, and they are about to destroy the Earth. But you realize, at the end of it, the Flash, he starts to run faster than the speed of light. He starts to run faster than he ever has before. And he moves back in time before the Earth is destroyed, to then help Victor, Cyborg, to turn back the damage. And then, at the end of it, the Justice League does, the big pose at the end of it where they go like, yeah, we are the Justice League. With Superman still in the black suit, and they do the good superhero pose where they're all together, and the Justice League is formed. So now, there's a couple of scenes at the end of it where, Batman goes into this old ass building where, well, he goes like, I see this big round table where we can all sit together. But it's obviously an allude to the Hall of Justice, where the Justice League usually do the meetings. And then there's, at the end of it, Martian Manhunter appears again, where he comes back and he goes like, hello, I realize that I am needed. I wish to join your team of justice. And then Batman's like, yeah, we can use the help. What's your name? And then he goes like, people have called me Martian Manhunter. And then you realize, dude, that is a perfect setup for another sequel. So there's another credits after that where an Asian scientist who was studying Superman's ship. One of the military soldiers goes like, well, I guess you're in charge of studying Superman's ship right now. I guess you're in charge of studying this, Ryan Choi. Now, for those who don't read comic books, Ryan Choi is the Atom. So you realize, in the comic books, Ray Palmer, the original Atom, he is lost in the microverse. And Ryan Choi becomes the new Atom. That means that potentially in the Zack Snyder movie, that Ryan Choi might appear as the new Atom in the Justice League in the further movie. So not only has Zack Snyder introduced both Martian Manhunter, he has both introduced a potential Atom. You start to realize that Zack Snyder while Joss Whedon was playing checkers, Zack Snyder was playing 5D chess. Now, after that whole deal, that's the end of the movie. Surprisingly, there is no after credit scene, which actually surprised me, because usually DC tries to imitate Marvel with the after credit scene. But, in conclusion, from a DC Comics fanboy who loves DC over Marvel, overall, I'm gonna have to give Zack Snyder's movie 8 out of 10. 7.5 to 8 out of 10. The reason it's not a perfect score is that, again, if you didn't know before, Zack Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours long. Now, even for me, that's a bit long. That's longer than the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. That's way too long, even for me. We had to take an intermission at the 2-hour mark. And there's a few other nitpicky things that, like, why did they do that? Just a few, like, why did Superman do this one thing? But other than that, that 4-hour mark really hurts it. But other than that, Zack Snyder, Justice League, A-OK. I would recommend it to you and everybody else.